We're here in County Cork for the 33rd National Point to Point Awards. Joining me is Richard Pugh, and Richard, it has been a great year for the Point to Pointers.
We've had a wonderful year, Brendan. Point to Pointers have seen success like they've never seen before. We had 18 Grade 1 winners, 4 of them at Cheltenham, where it's obviously very important to have winners, 4 more at Aintree. And that has meant that the demand for Point to Pointers has been better than ever, and that's what this sport is all about. And it's been a great year, you're dead right.
Now we're going to see some of the highlights. What was the highlight for you?
Salsify at Cheltenham and the Sweeney family was a wonderful occasion. On the point-to-point field, I think the best race of the season has to have been Whyso Mayo, 15 years of age, beating Oscar Delta, who ran a cracker at Cheltenham. That's what point-to-pointing is all about for me. In 1752, 260 years ago, Cornelius O'Callaghan and Edmund Blake had a race between Buttevant and Doneraile. 33 years ago, Michael O'Donoghue decided to recognise the champions within the sport of point-to-pointing, and that's a brief history lesson as to why 600 of us are here this evening back in the Silver Springs Hotel, 260 years later, celebrating the champions of the 2011 and 12 season. It's appropriate that we're back in Cork because this season was a year for Cork. Salsify and Oscar Delta did us proud at Cheltenham. Richie Harding took the Aintree Fox Hunters on Cloudy Lane. Davy Russell became the first rider to be champion point-to-point rider and champion rider on the track, and he guided many a good point-to-pointer success. Last instalment, Quito de la Rocca to dig out. Teelan Star was as impressive a horse as we've seen. Larry Murphy is the Cork champion novice. And it's the region which saw, to me, the race of the season. Whyso Mayo at 15 years of age beating Oscar Delta. The demand for point-to-pointers is at a peak. 7 years ago I stood here and told you that 455 former point-to-pointers won on the track. Last year it was 655, and this year 810 former point-to-pointers won on the track. It's a massive increase, and they won 18 Grade 1s this year, 4 at Cheltenham and 4 Grade 1s. 1 in every 5 horses at the start in Cheltenham is an Irish point-to-pointer. We had 63 days racing this year, including today, which fitted in 107 meetings. The biggest of them at Lingstown, 222 runners, 14 races at 25-minute intervals in December, and further up the country in Dundalk they struggled. Tonight we'll have 16 award winners, 15 categories. We've one divide. Only 4 people have previously stepped forward here to accept an award, so for 8 of you it's all going to be a new experience, and we're ready to go. We currently have a very strong bunch of champion hunter chasers, but we've one that stands head and shoulders above the rest. We saw some wonderful family scenes in the winners' enclosure at Cheltenham. Coleman had won it before, but this was just a little bit special. So can you please welcome, on behalf of the Tattersalls champion hunter chaser Salsify, the Sweeney family.
Coleman, Sweeney, what a great year you had with Salsify.
Yeah, it was fabulous now to kind of come out of retirement as such and come back for a horse like that is brilliant, to be fair. Brilliant. I'll be back in training then again for the autumn point-to-points and Salsify to look forward to, you know. So hopefully we have a big decision to make now whether he'll stay hunters chasing or not. So we haven't discussed it yet. We said we'd get this year out of the way, but in all likelihood he'll probably stay hunters chasing. We're tempted for one of the big handicaps if he gets a nice mark.
The Galway plate?
No, shoes are off. He's left off for the season already.
We've been talking about Katie Walsh as one of Ireland's best lady riders. I think the time has come to accept that this is quite simply one of Ireland's best riders. When you can produce 15 winners from 22 rides, when you can almost win a Grand National with amateur status, when you can ride winners at Cheltenham against the professionals, when Willie Mullins wants you to leave the point-to-point awards to go to France to ride in the champion hurdle, you must be doing something right. It's been great to have her point-to-pointing this season. I hope she's back to defend her title next year, but can you please welcome the Horseware Lady champion, Katie Walsh.
Katie, many congratulations. What a strike rate you've had at the point-to-point scene this year.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic, sure. To have Battlefront and Bishop's Lane in hindsight, there was only a couple there that I was riding, and it was great to win 7 on Battlefront, so it was great to have them.
Ted, how has it changed from whenever you were riding?
Hasn't changed a whole lot. The standard is probably higher than ever was. You've more racing. It was only 3 months of the year, first week of February till the weekend before Punchestown. 3 months of the year. Now it's kind of 6 or 7 months of the year, but I'd say the standard is as high as ever was. Point-to-points have always been the greatest source of top-class 3-mile chasers for as long as I can remember, and that's 50 years, and they will continue to do so. The record this year shows it. The great horses that won at Cheltenham were point-to-point horses, and it always was and always will be one of the greatest starting points for National Hunt horses.
Jimmy Codd, 500 winners this season. How did you do it?
Very lucky, Brendan, very lucky. Good owners, good trainers. Just I'm lucky enough for who I'm riding for now, really. Like, and sure, a bit of luck. Like, I know got injured this year now, but touch wood now, I've been fairly lucky throughout the rest of it, you know. So.
And you broke a leg along the way?
Yeah, I broke the leg last October. A few months out, but like the greater scheme of things now, it's not a big thing. It's, you know, it's a small thing. It's a broken bone. The day it happens, it's bad, and maybe for a couple of weeks you feel sorry for yourself. But after that, it's a small thing, and you can't wait to get going again, you know. And thank God, I was lucky enough to get going and get back sound for the rest of the year, so it was great.
Could you not take a bit of advice from John Thomas? He only had 7 fallers this season. What do you put that down to?
I don't know, really. I suppose riding for the Bulger and lads like that, like, just a bit of luck, I'd say, more than anything. Been very lucky.
He takes a pull when the rest of us are going forward. He takes a pull, you see. I'd say that's the main thing.
Somebody says that he, whenever he finds them jumping badly, that he pulls them up, does he?
Yeah, it's the old dog for the long road now, I'd say.
That's the best advice of all. Pull him up.
This is your 22nd award to win at. How special is this one?
Great, because it's the old man's award. In 1996, I won my first one here. I was senior or novice rider then. So.
Can you see Jamie Codd coming back for his 22nd award?
Should never know. He's nearly as old as me already, sure.
The Rathbarry Personality of the Year award goes to someone who works behind the scenes. It goes to someone who probably doesn't know they're about to win it. These awards are 33 years old. They don't cover the range of time that this gentleman has been serving our sport. That's 34 years. He arrives 3 hours before racing. He's still there an hour after racing. He began point-to-pointing in the 1960s. He used to go racing with his parents. His uncles Matty and Joe caught his interest. His eyes are rolling. He knows who he is. He began working with Bart Arnold in an electronic shop. They're distant relatives, I believe. In 1978, he covered his first point-to-point at Queely's at Garden Morris in Kill in Waterford. He is absolutely what point-to-pointing is about. He has been assisting owners, trainers, riders and committees across generations and getting very little thanks for it. I think we would all tonight like to thank him very much for an immeasurable contribution to our sport. He's ever present. Can you please welcome the Rathbarry Personality of the Year Award? I don't think we've had a better one. Richard Mulcahy.
34 years involved in the point-to-point scene, a lifetime.
Small lifetime, Brendan, yeah.
And you've enjoyed every bit of it?
Absolutely loved it. Really enjoyed working with committees in Cork and Waterford primarily, all the jockeys, committees, my own team that go racing every Sunday. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
And by the reception tonight, it's certainly well deserved.
Well, yeah, I think maybe more than deserved even. It certainly took me by big surprise, though, to tell you the truth.
So we go to the handlers champion, Robert Tyner. Congratulations, it means a lot to you tonight.
Yeah, thanks very much. Probably I won it 3 years ago. I had 47 winners, but I probably won it too easy that year. So there's a bit more competition this year, and it was nice to win it for the family and everything. With the tragedy there a year and a half ago with Jack and everything. I'd like to thank all my owners and my friends for all their support after the accident and everything. It was brilliant, you know.
And of course, you had a good man helping you with the title this year in Derek O'Connor.
We had a brilliant rider. What can I say about him? You know, he missed half the season and he came back riding better than ever.
Do you give him education or does he know it all?
No, instructions, waste of time.
Waste of time.
Yeah.
Well, he's after winning his 9th title from the Irish Field. Another travel voucher, €1,500 from them. Where are you going on your holidays?
I'm not sure, Brendan. I don't know, a chat with Robert there, see if we can organise it a couple of weeks away in the sun or something. You never know.
Will you take Robert with you?
I might, yeah. He's been good to me all year, so I might bring him with me.
Highlight of the season for you?
I think how well the Irish Minders are doing. Brindisi Breeze. Simon said the couple of horses that I was involved with, Jesus, it was unbelievable, the performances in Cheltenham. The Irish Minders are just flying. It's just brilliant to be involved in the game. I'm just delighted to be involved in Irish Mind. It couldn't be any better at this day and age.
So you've rode 800 winners, the 1,000. Will we be back here in 12 months' time with the 1,000?
I don't know. We're not going to get carried away with numbers. We're happy enough to stay racing as long as we can, and we'll see what comes.
So are the two of you going to party tonight away?
Oh, tonight is the night. We've been working towards this for the last 2 months, you know. races.
Enjoy it.
Thanks very much.
Davey, you were a former champion point-to-point rider, and then you've just this year become the champion national hunt rider. What took you so long?
Yeah, I know. 5 years runner-up, took me long enough. No, it's great. It's brilliant to be back here again, and like you see Derek, I was probably lucky to turn professional the way Derek has taken over the championships, you know. I've been involved in point-to-points and point-to-point handlers and point-to-point owners all my life, and to be fair, they're the most wonderful bunch of people that you'll come across, and it's a very professionally run business for an amateur sport, you know. The beauty about point-to-points is that it's all voluntary, and the record shows with all the Cheltenham winners, all the festival winners, that it really is the best grounding for young horses.
Well, I'm afraid that's all we've got time for. Many congratulations to all our award winners. But till next time, take care.